When it comes to being an entrepreneur or even with growth, there will always be sacrifices that you have to make. There's no way around them. It's inevitable. Hey everyone, it's Ebony. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about health, entrepreneurship, and self-care. Today's video is going to be about sacrifices. I don't know why I said sacrifices like that, like it's a good thing, but don't mind me, y'all. I'm in a good mood today. One of the first sacrifices that you have to make is downgrading. This is just important for you in order to save, in order to just, your income is not going to be the same. Now, for me, I do still have a full-time job, so everything that I'm doing right now is on top of my job. So I mean, that's just what it is right now. I don't really have I can't move in with anyone. I have children. It's just not in the works for me. So what I had to do was downgrade to an apartment. I don't really like it, of course, but it's a sacrifice that I have to make. Also, I am living in an apartment building that smells like curry. Now my personal apartment doesn't, but the hallways, it's just this is a part of the sacrifices. I'm used to taking multiple, maybe up to 3 trips a year. Now I have to, well, actually, I don't have to minimize anything. It's actually a good thing for this whole pandemic going on because it put me in a right state of mind to where I need to start getting used to having to pull back a little bit and not do all the things that I normally would do and spending money that I normally wouldn't have to spend. So that goes with limiting trips. That goes with shopping. I am a compulsive shopper, so I don't need clothes. I'm not going anywhere. But it also does help me save, and also it's allowing me to take care of debt that I do have and I need to get rid of before things do get serious. And I do plan on purchasing a home, so this is all really going into play. But this is a few downgrades that I have to make. And also remember, in the downgrading process, don't worry about what anyone is going to think about you, because at the end of the day, for me personally, I don't really speak to anyone besides like my immediate family. So it's like, who would I be impressing? Nobody's coming to my apartment anyway. So it's not about them. And there's going to be people who you're worrying about who aren't doing the same things as you or not trying to progress. And it's just going to hold you back, just worrying about things that don't matter. They don't matter. When I was just speaking about worried about what other people think, this also comes into play with your ego. Sometimes you have to let go because that will get the best of you and you'll be thinking about things that aren't important, and it's not going to help you towards your phase of growing to the next step. For instance, I am a health coach, so there are plenty of times where I'll have to make meals. I have smoothies and things that I want to make. My kitchen isn't up to par. No, I don't have stainless steel appliances. I don't have a nice electric stove, but it's all about the material and the content that I'm putting out that's more important. If I'm sitting here going to put my knowledge and things that I can do to help people on hold because of the appearance of what people might think, it's just going to hold me back. Another part of your ego, thinking that people assume that you're an expert, and if you're not an expert, that you won't be credible in your line or your field of what you're doing as an entrepreneur. But that has nothing to do with anything. It's not about being perfect. Usually people relate to you more when you're being your real true self. So don't put it as if you're an expert. Don't think that you're an expert. Don't feel like you need to be an expert. You're not. All you can do is just be the best you, give the best knowledge that you can give to them, and keep it pushing. Another sacrifice you're going to have to make is your relationships. Now, I have friends, but I don't have friends that I used to actually hang out with and do things with on the daily. They've become distant. We no longer have things in common. The things that we used to talk about no longer are, they just don't matter anymore. So the more that you push away, the more that the other person feels that you're pushing away. So then that just creates this like just weird, the friendship becomes weird and just really never works. Now, I have made friends through my accountability partners, but as of on a day-to-day basis, talking to someone, confiding in my true friends that know everything about me. I don't have any of those anymore. So you have to get used to being, becoming an entrepreneur and growing is very lonely. You're going to see pictures of your friends that you used to hang with all the time, and you're going to like just feel like you're missing out. You're going to feel like, oh, I wish I was there with them. But at the end of the day, you originally pushed them away because things weren't working out. So you have to keep that in your mind when you think about getting back into old patterns. Keep your eyes on the prize, and this is just a sacrifice that you have to make. It's a lonely one, but it's one that you have to take, and this is a sacrifice that you have to make in order to move forward. So prepare for your circle to get very minimal, but also you have to be more welcoming and to put yourself out there to find new friends who want the same things out of life and help you grow and want to improve you and cheer you on. That's another reason why I had to kind of push away from my old friends, is because when I'm telling them my dreams and aspirations and things that I want to do in life, they're like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Now let's talk about hair and just things that didn't mean anything. And they weren't really being supportive because they don't understand the path that I'm trying to take. So you have to realize you can't keep pushing this on people and trying to get them to understand and try to make them grow with you when they're not ready. It's not going to work. And this is when you have to realize not everyone's going to believe in you. Not everyone's going to understand your dreams. You cannot let this stop you or hold you back, because it will be a continuous, ongoing, just toxic pattern of you not ever bettering yourself because you're trying to, I don't know, it's just hard. One of the main things that you're going to sacrifice through all of this is time. Time. You can't get it back. You got to put all the time in that you can. I started my business, but I do also still have a full-time job. I have 2 children, a teenager and a toddler, and I'm also in school full-time, and I'm still making time to do it. So there's no excuses. If you really want to do something, you can do it. And a way to help you with this is, I said in my previous videos, is block scheduling. Block scheduling will help you take care of everything that needs to be done. And this is priority for anything that you need to do with your schedule. So once you get off of work or whatever you're doing, whatever your schedule is, you need to make sure that you're having time to make sure that you're posting, make sure that you're doing any type of marketing that you need to do, anything that you need to do towards your business, but also make sure that, because the importance of a block scheduling is to make sure that you're still making time for yourself. You cannot forget that. That's the most important thing. If not, you're gonna get burnt out, you'll be overwhelmed, and that's gonna be a reason for you not to go through with what you need to go through with. So you have to make sure that you're marketing, make sure that you're interacting with your clients, you're trying to get potential clients. So this all needs to be scheduled out. If you have multiple social medias that you're actually affiliated with, that's time consuming in itself. So just make sure that you block schedule everything, and it'll just be a little bit easier for you to maintain and to get into the little flow of things, so that you're making sure that you're not falling short in any other area in the importance of your life. So those were a few sacrifices that you do have to make. I hope this video was a little bit helpful for you, just prepare you for what's to come. It'll get easier as it goes. I'm still in the process, so as I go, I'll give you more information as I go through them. So if you like this video, please comment below, hit the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so you can be the first to get notified of any videos that are uploaded. I upload every Sunday, so I'll see you next video.